Hello and welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, featuring tonight the second and last of our compilations of the ones we wouldn't let get away, parts of the programme they wanted you not to see because there wasn't time, or they were too messy, or because the producer didn't get the joke the first time round. Well, I hope you do. Here we go. So, John and Josie, yes, you're quite right, you've got a situation now.
Right.
And it's a tour guide showing somebody around a museum. But we want a few more styles, please. American Cop, okay. Sorry, what was that?
To be the guide, Josie.
Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers. Oh, great, we haven't had much dancing. This good. Sorry, what's that?
I'm not...
Bill Forsythe, yes, that's right. You are Bill Forsythe, aren't you? Dirty Harry. Didn't we have that last time? No, I didn't give... Yes, thank you. Any more? Andy Pandy. You talking to me? God, that's the 13th successive week we've had that suggested. There's obviously a carry-on revival. How about a Doctor in the House movie? Have you ever suggest that? Doctor in the House. Try that one.
Doctor in the House.
Well, it's a great echo we've got in here, but it echoes in Scots for some reason. No, enough suggestions now, please. So away you go, just improvising away. We'll cut in with something.
Welcome to the Museum of Arts and Crafts. This museum has been built on the grounds of an old granary.
Is this where Dynasty is filmed?
You're not from these parts, are you?
No, I am from Shropshire. Working factory in Shropshire.
Well, what is it you'd like to know about this here, sir?
A Bill Forsythe movie.
Oh, it's really difficult, you know, the whole thing. You know, I'd really like to take you home in the evening and everything.
Well, I'm
play a
sorry,
few
but I
records.
can't, because in the evening I have to do my football practice.
Well, no bother. Hey, Gregory! Where you going?
Dirty Harry.
So you want to come in for the evening or what?
Well, I think before I come in for the evening, I better show you around this place. After all, that's what I'm paid for.
Show me the Titians, then I'll show you the Raphael.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a gun in your pocket?
No, it's a very, very, very big sculpture.
Doctor in the House.
I don't quite understand it. I've been in the hospital for 15 months and I can't find him anywhere. Get out of my way, you stupid trollop. Come on, I've had to do the operation.
I'm sorry, dear. You left the hospital 30 months ago. You're in a
I did
museum.
nothing of the kind. I did nothing of the kind. I did your stupid scalpels and your silly breasts out of the way. I'm trying to do an operation at the moment. A nasty, tetchy old pointy-bearded man who looks a bit like George V and goes on and on forever and ever in the same performance for 40 years.
Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Well, here we are, back at my favourite place in the museum.
Isn't it a lovely day to be caught in the rain?
I like being with you. You know, this is a particular part of the museum which shows you the old kind of clothes they used to wear.
Oh, screw art. Let's dance. Let's be light-headed and dance around. Ignore the art and look on the ground, cause we're gonna dance.
But you don't understand, over here is something that they used to wear. It's a top hat.
Put on my top hat, going to the museum, seeing all the sculptures with nothing on their parts.
This next game is called Storyteller, and this features Rory McGrath telling a story. So we'd like to come over here ready to tell a story.
I'll take the joke.
So Rory will be telling a story, but to make it interesting, he's going to involve the other people, the other contestants. Can you go over there and be ready to be brought into the story? Thank you very much. I'll just fill my glass up because Rory's, for some reason, brought me some water. I don't know why. What have I got to do? I've got to do something. Oh, yes, I know. I've got to get a title and a moral from the audience. So I'm just going to come into the audience, and this gentleman here in this interesting T-shirt. What does that say, that T-shirt?
Cardiacs.
Cardiac. Sorry, I can't read. What does that mean?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No.
Odd thing to put on your T-shirt, then, really, isn't it? Now,
Yes,
but anyway, I'm just talking to you as a fashion god. Now, what can I ask your name?
Joe.
Joe. Now, I didn't want to get involved in a long chat like this, but you know how it is. Can you give me a title of a story for Rory, really? Rory story.
The day I told a story.
The day I told a story. No, a bit more. A bit more to it than that. You know. Sorry to worry you like this.
I was a Russian fighter pilot.
Were you? Oh, yes, that's right.
That's it.
I was a Russian fighter pilot. Now, I'll get to somebody else here. This gentleman here, this lady sitting next to you. Can you think of a moral that the story could illustrate? Well, no is probably the honest answer. Well, I threatened to come to you, so I'll come to you now.
Yes. You want a moral?
You know, like the grass is always greener on the other side.
Never do it on the first date.
Never do it on the first date. So. Yes. Is this from bitter experience?
Absolutely.
No, I was talking to the girl there. So that's it, Rory. The story is I was a Russian fighter pilot, and the moral is never do it on the first date.
Once upon a time, there was a little man called Jonovich Denisonov. He was a miserable bastard and would often talk to himself in a loud, cantankerous voice.
He said,
surprisingly, as he was the centre forward for Newcastle United.
Are we the lads? Are we the lads?
His ambition, apart from getting the Geordie accent right, was to be a Russian fighter pilot, like his friend Tony. Tony was a beautiful girl.
Videos late night.
Who liked to dress up as a man.
I want to go out with you tonight.
No, товарищ, you're too kinky. Too weird. You dress like Grace Jones. I can't dig this thing, Daddy. You see?
And so the plan was hatched that Tony would take Jonovich up in his MiG fighter on their first date.
So, I want to show you my joystick. Is all right?
Yes, as long as we play some Fruit Gum Company records while we are up there, yeah?
It's true.
And so they went off to play with their joystick, as Tony had got a grant from the Ministry of Innuendo. But the Russian premier, Mikhail Gorbachev, got to hear of this plan and immediately came round to Tony's dacha.
Oh, Mikhail, what's cooking?
Dacha, said Mr. Gorbachev punningly. And then finally came out with a perfect piece of advice for them on their first date.
We've done all that.
Don't. Which roughly translated, of course, means don't do it on your first pineapple. Russian's not that good.
Thank you. The next round is called rap.